Good afternoon, everyone. Our topic today will be on class and objects in Python. What is a class? In Python, a class is an object constructor. We can say it is a blueprint for creating an object. Here now, this is a class. This is a class. And the name of our class is person. Class here, blueprint here is that, I told you guys that class is a blueprint. It's like a guide. From this class, you can create as many objects as you like. So here down, I have name, I have complexion, I have profession, and then a method. These three things, name, complexion, and profession, are known as attributes. And this intro self, this is a function. It's known as a method. So here, you can have a class, a class can have as many attributes as you want. But for this tutorial, we'll be using one. You can have as many methods as you want, but for this tutorial, we'll be using one method, which is introduce self. It's also called a function. So here, from this class, I created two objects, P1 and P2, person 1, person 2. Each has a name, complexion, profession. But here, the names, complexion, the attributes here are well defined. Unlike in class is just a guideline, like a guide. If I want, I can add age here. So that here in my object, I'll add age and then specify the age of the person. So this is what it is. It must have two entities, it must have two properties. First one is attributes, second one is methods. So you can see it here. So I created P1 and P2, first person and second person. I have John, dark in complexion, profession, software engineer. You can do it for other things. You can create class for animals. Then you define, and if maybe animal 1, first animal, you can use cat, complexion, or the color. You have other attributes of a cat, other attributes of animals. So then let me show you guys how to code this in Python. Let me open mine. So let's create a file. Let's name our file class.py. So remember, to create a class, use the keyword class. Remember the name of our class, we named it person. Then followed by the function, which is the method in the class. Use the def keyword. We name that function intro person, intro self. Our function should have one keyword, should have one argument, which is the last name of arguments, let's say self. So inside our function, let's print my name is name. I am a solve.profession. So this is what we'll print in our function. So if our first object was F1, add F1 equal to person. This object belongs to this class, person. So person. Then F1, say it's P1, not F1. P1, person 1 and person. For P1, dot name, that is the name of the person, is equal to Mary. The profession of the person, P1 dot profession. Mary is a software engineer, let's say. Yeah. Engineer. So time to call this function. Call this function. P1 dot intro cell. Then let's print. Let's execute this code. Python. See, my name is Mary. I am a software engineer. You can add other objects. But with this method I told you, in this method, there is a little drawback. Assume you mistakenly write here, instead of using p1.name, maybe mistakenly write you didn't include e. Let's see what happens. You can see it displayed an error. So in order to eliminate this, there is this now I told there is in class and object, there are constructors in class. So let me introduce a constructor. Let me define it here. After class, let me define it here. Constructor. A constructor is defined like this: dev underscore, double underscore, init. It will be surrounded with 2 pairs of underscores. You get? Just note it. Dev, then double underscore. That is init. The init is surrounded by 2 pairs of underscore. Then here you know that our object here has 2 attributes. For here, it has 2 attributes: name and profession. So I have to include it here. Name, profession. Then we also include one more thing. We know here our function here has self as the argument. So we must include it here. Here it must be the first argument, self. Self must come as the first argument, self. So inside this function, I'm trying to eliminate the tabs. So inside this function, we have self dot name is equal to name. This is this self dot name is equal to name. Self dot profession is equal to profession. Let me eliminate. Let me make sure there is no tabs. There are no tabs here. Self dot profession equal to profession. There's a tab here. There shouldn't be any tab here. There shouldn't be any space. There shouldn't be any space. Then here, we have to modify this to make it easier. So instead of writing all this p1.name, p1.profession, assuming it has 5 attributes, you can't be writing all of them, right, like this. So the easiest way to do it, I deleted the wrong thing. So here, inside this, I have name, the person's name, Mary, Then the second one is the profession. The software engineer, software engineer. Then close it. Then you call the function v1 dot intro self. So let's print. From 3. And see, my name is Mary, my software engineer. So this is the better method to do this. This is the using the init def init introducing the def init function. This is the better way of doing it. So you can check out my next class for other examples. Take care and bye bye.